Sugar is a bit of a hot topic at the moment. It was interesting when I first decided I wanted to do this talk on sugar, suddenly I was just seeing it in the media everywhere. Yeah, so it's quite fascinating. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There are huge pointers towards sugar being a problem for obesity epidemics throughout the Western world and the developing countries, which is quite alarming. Sugar, as you know, it's not just the obvious weight gain. There is also a lot of hidden diseases that sugar can contribute to, largely contribute to. So, you know, I mean, what is sugar? Like, we all know that it's sweet. We all know that it's quite addictive. We all know that it's quite nice, and you know, it gives us that moreish factor. So we've got, you really can categorise it into three areas. We've got our natural sugars. So these are our sugars from our whole foods, so fruits, vegetables, and also milk, so dairy products. That's the lactose in milk. We also have what you will largely or may get confused by on the labels as added sugars. They are what I see as more of the hidden types of sugars. So they're on the labels. So we've got a nutritional profile that says how much sugar is in a serving. Now, where is that sugar coming from? Is it a natural sugar? Is it an added sugar? Is it a combination of the both? Okay, so it's important to know where the sugar is coming from because of the way it's broken down in our body. And the other category are artificial sugars, okay, which have really been on the increase as well, and really not a lot of evidence to support that it's actually helping the epidemics that are within our society today. So, you know, sugar, our body doesn't really discern the difference. Once it's broken down into its most simple form, our body absorbs it. You know, large amounts of sugar can cause a spike in blood sugar, and our body has to deal with that. So how do we deal with it? Well, we've got insulin, okay? But when there's too much sugar, how can insulin possibly cope with that, just placing extra demands on the body? So there lies the beginning or the potential for chronic diseases, okay? So chronic diseases meaning metabolic syndrome, which is a cluster of diseases, for example, insulin resistance, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, obesity, weight gain, and other types of symptoms, such as fatigue. Yeah, so there's a cluster of different symptoms. And it's what's going on the inside. As I said, it's not just about weight gain, it's what's actually happening in the vessels, okay? The sugar molecules can react with proteins in the blood, causing the accumulation of a substance called advanced glycation end products, and it makes the blood sticky, it inflames the vessel, and this is not an overnight thing, guys. This happens over decades, and there lies the beginning of chronic diseases.